Hi guys, welcome to the continuation of my last episode of Mom Speaks with Vivian Adams with reference to my daughter Akwabata's pregnancy, birth and after birth. Guys, please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, what exactly are you waiting for? Please kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mom Speaks with Vivian Adams, to be part of the story, at least to know exactly where I am coming from and where I am heading to with all these stories. Now, let's get straight into it. The doctor now referred me to a higher hospital again. If you have been following up with my stories via my YouTube channel, you would have understood that this was not the first time the doctor referred me to from one hospital to the other hospital. In fact, this was my third hospital now that they just referred me to. This hospital, in fact, was one of the most expensive hospitals I've ever been to all my life. But at this point, my husband and I, we are not even talking about the cost of the hospital anymore, the cost of their treatment either. Not at all. We are only particular about saving my life at that period because that was so paramount to us as at that time. This new hospital now started afresh. They started a whole fresh treatment on me again, as if I have not had any treatment at all, despite all the treatment I've undergone all this period, from one test to the other test, from one treatment to another treatment. How? It was quite hectic. Guys, don't let me bore you with all what I underwent during that period. But there was this particular test that I did. Very annoying and painful test. But the most annoying part of it was this. After doing the test, the doctor now came up with, Mrs. Adams, I'm sorry, your test results will be out in a month's time. Eh? What did you just say? A month's what? A month's time? Ha! How? Like I should wait for another 1 month before I will know exactly what was wrong with me and to commence treatment. Jesus. Guys. Hey! That was a whole lot of burden. And you know the most painful part of it, they didn't even tell me before I started doing the test. After doing the test, the doctor now told me that I have to wait for an extra 1 month before the test will come out, before the test results will come out. Me, that was already like, Kai, let this test results come out so that I will know exactly what was wrong with me and to commence treatment immediately, because the doctor said that this test result will be the determinant factor that will determine what was wrong with me and how to go about it. And now this. And guys, if you have been following up with this story, you know that we have already bought our ticket for our summer holidays, and our summer holidays was fast approaching as at that period. So what do I do now? To cancel the ticket or to wait for another 1 month? God. Then again, what would I have done differently? Nothing exactly than to wait for the almighty test results. However, my husband was already back from the States. If you have been following up with my stories, you will know that as all this while, my husband has been in America. Now, my kids and I were already warming up for our usual summer holidays, which was to come in the next 3 days. Prior to this period, I became so weak. I couldn't do my normals anymore. I was constantly feeling dizzy. I told my husband about it and we called the attention of the doctor. And of course, the doctor invited me over to the hospital. We went to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, the first thing the doctor did was to check my blood level. And he found that, lo and behold, that my blood level was 10%. The doctor was confused. I was confused. My husband was equally confused. Because before this time, I was constantly checking my blood level. And my blood level was quite okay. And in the same hospital, my blood level was quite okay. How come? What changed? What happened? And why now? The doctor called for instant bed rest for me. Said in his 30 years of practice as a medical practitioner, he has never seen a nursing mom or anyone walking around with 10% blood. Doing all what I was doing, he called for instant bed rest and, of course, followed up with blood transfusion. He said I would be transfused with 4 pints of blood. Guys, remember that my trip was to be in the next 2 days. My husband was like, please, let's just start immediately. Immediately, my husband went to pick up some of my stuff, called my sister to take care of, to come and be with me at the hospital. And of course, brought my baby to me. It was hectic. I started blood transfusion. In fact, that was my first time of being transfused with blood. I never knew that blood transfusion was quite different from drip. In fact, the movement level, one drop. Before one drop will drop again, just like that. Something I came in around in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning. I finished 1 pint of blood, 10 p.m. in the night. The next day, I continued again. After 2 pints, I said, no, I'm not doing again. I'm going. My trip now remained only 1 day. The doctor said I should cancel my trip. My husband equally said the trip should be cancelled. In fact, he called my agent to move the date. Me, we don't plan already. Had to chalet for over day. Can you imagine? My husband already said, lie, that they are canceled. In fact, they called the agent, and the agent said, Oga, for this trip to be changed, we are buying a fresh new ticket again because this is the peak of summer. And I can't just stand up and change my ticket. Nah, that is not possible. In fact, I'm losing that ticket automatically. My husband said, no problem. He didn't really mind. Me, I said, I mind. I minded, no be small. I called the doctor. The doctor now said, if I am to leave the hospital, my husband should sign that if anything happens to me, should hold him accountable. My husband said he was not signing. Me, I carry pen. I signed by myself. I said, I'm leaving. My husband was so afraid, but the doctor, just to calm him, in order to, I don't know, Sha, but the doctor was like, I was thinking whether it's to calm him down or the reality. I don't even know. The doctor told my husband that there is this injection he'll give to me, then it will make me not to bleed and to be very okay, put together with the 2 pints I've already taken, that will be fine till I go and come back. My husband said, okay, fine. The doctor gave me the injection. That injection was very expensive. I don't know the name, but quite expensive. My husband paid and he gave me the injection. Guys, I left. I went home and did my last minute packing. The next day, I embarked on my trip with my 2 kids. 1 kid and a toddler. Guys, this trip was one of my most scariest and risky trip I've ever embarked on my life. Guys, I'm afraid this gist has to continue to the next episode of Mom Speaks with Vivian Adams. Watch out how this trip went. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mom Speaks with Vivian Adams. I love you all.